Andriette, and this is Point of Power. Today is the 53rd day of the year 2020. And Marianne Williamson, in her book, A Year of Miracles, which is our read for 2020. So I invite you to share that with others to get into the game. Today's narrative, today's piece that Marianne Williamson has offered is about choice. Conscious, intentional choice. She invites us to make a choice whether we focus on someone's guilt or whether we focus on their innocence. Now, look here. This is important. And I can almost hear us, like, well, their guilt, because that's what needs the attention for. We're not inviting you. And in fact, Marianne Williamson says this in the piece, that God does not need you. The living one, the strong one, the divine does not need you to police the universe. No offense, but that just is not a requirement of you. Of all of the life purpose that you are living into, policing the universe is not one of them. That's not your point of power right there. So the idea is that for each individual, if we lined up every human on the planet, whether you are aware of their guilt does not matter. Somebody could decide they are guilty of something, of having done something, of having not done something, somewhere on the continuum of wrongdoing. We all have some spots there. So the question becomes, what is it that I'm choosing to focus on? Am I choosing to focus on, wait a minute, let's bring it in for a moment. She's talking about how we are in the world, but even in our mirror work. Let's pause for a moment and bring this thing back in close where we can really get all the juice out of it. So are you focusing on your guilt or on your innocence? Yeah, that's the point of power right there, isn't it? To decide, to choose, to focus on my innocence. See, it's our choice whether to blame or to bless. What are you going to do? Are you going to blame you or bless you? There's always an opportunity. I'm not saying there isn't guilt. I'm not saying there isn't an opportunity to blame. I'm saying that this is for your point of power. In these sessions, we're talking about your point of power, not how right you are about somebody else or how much data you have about your own life, having done, having not done. That's not our criteria. Our criteria is, how free can you be? And to the extent that you're choosing to focus on the innocence that lies in everyone. I'm going to invoke Brian Stevenson again. And it's probably because I've just seen, Just Mercy last month. We've been talking about it at Heart and Soul in January. And so this idea of seeing innocence, even while others are convinced of guilt. I heard Brian Williamson speak of our willingness to be wrong, our willingness to sit in doubt, to acknowledge we absolutely do not know. And when evidence is presented that puts in question, and we have a reasonable doubt, you are not the police of the universe. And so the idea is that you're willing to bless rather than blame. Marianne Williamson offers us this. If we see guilt in others, we'll feel guilty. The invitation is to release attachment to the guilt in others. Let go of whether it's there. If you know it's there, to release your attachment to it. And in so doing, we feel released ourselves, because that's the activity. It's about forgiveness. It's about letting go. It's about releasing it. And she offers this really short prayer, which I'll leave you with. Dear God, please remove from my mind any tendency to judge whom I know you love. For I know you love us all. Amen. That, my dear ones, is a point of power.